Um, my name is Simeon, and I'm going to be presenting vibe coding today. Let's hope it goes to plan. I've talked to the demo gods, and we'll see if they let this one okay. So I'm going to start up the presentation. Give me a moment. Then share my screen. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen, if you can see the presentation by coding. Thank you very much. Okay. My name is Simeon Williams, and I've been vibe coding for the past, I'd say, year. This isn't long. I've only been using AI for the past 2 years. Been vibe coding for the past year, but I come from a developer background. So the agenda today, I'm going to try, and I've only got half an hour, so I'm going to try and be as quick as possible on this presentation so I can actually get over and show you some examples of what you can actually create vibe coding. Okay, you can get me on socials, Sim2K, as in Instagram, I'm Sim2K, LinkedIn, I'm Sim2K, Facebook, I'm on Sim2K. You can find me on all of those, no problem. Yes, I've got my own small limited company, which I do work for people, and I've been doing app design and AI automation for quite a while now for a construction consultancy. But outside of that, I sit down with individuals and help them understand how AI works, how custom GPTs work, how they can use it for both personal and work applications. And also introduce people to the concept of vibe coding, enable them to set up their machines, and to enable them to start creating applications just as easy as it is to talk to ChatGPT. It's as easy as that to create an application. So what is vibe coding? It's an intuitive AI-assisted approach to development. It's about moving away from sitting down with a blank screen and writing lines of code to actually just sitting down and typing out, I want an application that does this. I want a screen that has this on it. When the person clicks this button, I want it to do X, Y, and Z, and I want it to get this information and save it to a database, or send it in an email, or send it to an AI with a question. As I've just said it, that's exactly as you would type it in, word for word, like that. There's no special syntax, there's no special way of wording it. Oh, but with AI, the better you word it, the more you get out of it. I've noticed that people that are good at requirement gathering are very good at talking to the AI to give it the requirements to enable them to get what they want. There are quite a few things, a few services out there that enable you to vibe code. There's a platform called lovable.dev, as in that's the domain name, lovable.dev. If you type that into your browser, you'll get to the website. That allows you to, again, type in what you want and get what you want. The next one is another platform called bolt.new. They are the same as lovable.dev. You type in what you want. I want an app that can do this, that connects with this, that, and the other, and it will create it for you. And recently, Gemini have updated their one, and I'll be, hopefully, if we've got enough time, be showcasing and testing that today, to show you what's possible. And then there is Superbase. Superbase is used as a database. If some people are scared, I don't know about databases, I've never used a database before. if you've used Excel, if you understand the concepts of columns for naming certain data points, if you understand rows for records, if you understand tabs for different types of sheets, if you understand the concept within Excel spreadsheets to do all of that, database design is very, very similar. You've got a table to hold the data, you've got fields which are the same as column names, you've got rows which hold all the records. I'll be quickly going over some of that stuff later today as well, so you can quickly see what the database part is like. But that, if you're vibe coding, you will at some point have to have a database to enable people who use your online application to save their data. So if I quickly go to the next stage, I think I've gone over some of this already. But with a database, you might say, oh, it might be hard to set up, but you don't actually have to do it. You can actually talk to ChatGPT and say, I want to create a database to hold certain bits of information. And as you talk to ChatGPT, it will understand what you're doing and actually create the code that you can use to run to create all the tables in your database. But when you have a database ready firsthand, it's a lot easier to work with vibe coding because the AI will look at the database and actually understand what you're trying to do. You'll say, okay, you've got a table to hold this information. Based on that, I now can see I need to create a page to enable someone to enter that information, to update that information, to delete that information, and to view that information. So it's just by giving it a database, you can understand what you're trying to do, which is why most of the jobs I do, I start with data first. What am I trying to save? What am I trying to hold? What am I trying to show? Once I've created a database to hold all of that, I can then give that database to the AI and say, create me a website to enable me to manage this database. And it will review it and then give me a whole website literally within one prompt. So, as Walt Disney said, the way to get started is to quit talking and to begin doing. So at this point, I'm going to try and switch screens. So if you give me a moment, just need to switch screens. And I can then start showing you a few things that have been created using vibe coding. Just one moment. Share screen. Okay. In preparation, how much time have we got left? We've got 20 minutes. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do in 20 minutes. In preparation for today, I thought, how quickly can I create something from scratch that doesn't exist, to show within a certain time frame what can be created. So what I've created is an application that allows you to do merch mockups, not just merch mockups, but different type of mockups, based on a logo that you give it and any other type of information that you give it. So what you're looking at here is a online application that, as of yesterday 1 p.m., didn't exist. There was no database, there was no site, there's no this didn't exist 1 p.m. yesterday. So between yesterday 1 p.m. and now, I quickly created something to show that what can be done in under a day. Hoping there's no bugs, because I literally rushed this. I'd normally spend a bit longer on this, but this is just to show what's possible. For the database, I am using Superbase, as I talked to you about before. So all these tables here, these are think of them in your spreadsheet as tabs. If I open a tab, I've got rows, which are records, and I've got columns, which are data points. So if you can imagine this as a spreadsheet, you're way more than halfway there to understanding how to use a database. So this is the database. So if I now go to here and I click get started for free, sign in, that's it, I'm inside. See, that sign in setup, just so you know, I didn't write a single line of code, not one line of code. This is a JavaScript, TypeScript heavy website. It's connected to a SQL-based database backend. I didn't write a single line of code. I just talked to the AI and said, this is what I want. So what this site does is it allows me to use my logo, for example. I can then choose a mockup style. Let's say urban pack. I can say use this scene as well. I can say get ideas for this scene. So what I'm saying to the AI is use this image to get ideas, but don't use it as is, just use it to get ideas. And I want a portrait on a landscape, and I want to use a US fashion branding, and I want to use my branding. I'm going to show you where all these come from shortly. Now, I've just made some changes to this, so I'm hoping it'll still work. But what it's now doing, it's using the new Google Gemini Nano Banana API image endpoint to create some images based on the request of my application has made. So this might take a short while. If not, I've got some backup images it's created previously. But yeah, so okay, here we go. So as you can see, it's used my logo right here, as you can see on the right there. It's used my logo on the actual image itself, and you can see that the background, you can even see the gherkin behind it because of the image I told it to refer to. If I go to my history, that's the image I've just used right there. If you hit that, you can see a bit of it. This is the thing, even on the ground, you can see the shadow. It's Google Nano Banana is extremely good. I've also got some other ones that were done previously where it used the images based on information I've given it. So as you can see here, so this here, as I said, application didn't exist yesterday. I talked to the AI and said, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to click on here, add this image and do it, and it basically did it for me. This pop-up here, this didn't exist about half an hour ago. I literally told it, as stated, create for me, allow me to click an image and for a pop-up to appear to show the image when I click it. It's literally as simple as that. And it, based on my instruction, when I click the image, it now pops up and I can see a bigger version of it. Again, I didn't write a single line of code, just the text to tell it to do this. Branding like styles. This here is the branding and the style for the logo that I used. Again, I said to it, I've got a form I need to complete, but I can't be bothered to type all this out. I just want to be able to upload the logo. AI understands it and completes the form for me. I'll show you this working right now. If I say test 1, if I say extract from images, I want to say, where's my logo? That's my logo. So right now, the AI is now looking at my actual logo, understanding my logo, and then will send back to my application all the information it can get based on my logo, colors, font, assets, brand voice, all of that information, and to fill out this form. As I said before, if we click OK, there we go. So it's worked out the font, it's worked out the colors, it's worked out the style, it's worked out the typography. If I go to brand voice, confidence, there's one or two things need to sort out. It's not 100% there yet, but then I would talk to it, and then you've got strategic foundation, and then you've got application as well, and how to work it. So all of this was just me saying, look at my logo, use it to fill out this form. So I've got a whole brand information. If I had a proper brand documentation, you would be able to do even better than that. So this here, as I said, was generated, didn't exist yesterday, and now I can upload an image, give it information, and it can create whatever brand style images I wanted them to create. This was done using Google AI Studio's new updated build AI. This allows me to say, type in anything I want, and they've got some other ideas here as well. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to say, create for me a modern to-do list where the data is saved in the local browser, and it must be very date in design and will be used by a CEO for his daily task assignment. So I've just created something here. It's basically a simple to-do list. Nothing too fancy. I would go into something a bit more, but I said we only got half an hour for this session. But as you can see, that's all I've typed. Create for me a modern to-do list where the data is saved in the local browser. It must be very up to date in design and will be used by a CEO for his daily task assignment. Understand the pain points of a CEO to make this super useful. So now, can't even spell here, pain points. So I've now created, so what I would then do is then click build. That's it. That is all you do. But as you understand, the more information you have in the request, the more details you have, the more in background information you give it, the more you tell it what you want it to do, is the more sophisticated and the better output you get. So right now this can take sometimes 5 to 10 minutes, or sometimes be as quick as 1-2 minutes. It all depends how complex your request to the AI is. How much does it need to understand? How much does it need to do? How much work is there for it to do? But with, as I said before, with bolt.new, with lovable.dev, and now Google Gemini Build, it's all the same. You type in what you want, and you get out of it what you need. While this is doing this, I'll quickly show you what the others look like. You got lovable dev, this is what they look like. And what I might do, I might just do a test with all three of them. Vault.new. So I've registered with all three of these, but what I'm going to do, this will be quite interesting, is I'm going to get this same prompt and I'm going to stick it in. As you can see here, with Lovable, they give you straight access to Superbase. So you can register on superbase.com. You don't have to create any tables whatsoever. Come back here, connect this to your login, and then it will go to Superbase, work out what tables you need to create, and create those tables for you. And there's a similar setup with Vault.new as well. So I've given the same prompt. As you can see, Lovable, it started, and Vault.new, they've started. You can see the layouts are very, very similar. Okay, so it looks like we've got the first. Looks like we've got the first look and feel from Google. So let's have a look. Add a new task. Okay. So tell me about vibe coding. So I'm going to add some extra notes. Priority, I'd say it's very high. We're doing it right now. Projects. So set state of strategic initiative. To do. In progress. Due date. Today. Save changes. So if I go to strategic initiatives, there it is. Right there. Now, if I click this, that's it. It's done. If I untick it, yeah, it's back to correct. So as you can see, I've got a to-do list in a very short space of time. Now, let's have a look at what Lovable's doing. Okay, Lovable is still working on it, spinning up a preview. And Bolt, okay, Bolt has finished. So let's look at what Bolt has created. So on my one here, I'm gonna copy that, and I'm also gonna paste it into here. Let's have a look. Set this as hi, add task. Other than that, I don't have anything else to add on to this, so I can't click and update it where I could with Google. So Google ones is a little bit better. If I tick that, see, let's have a look. In progress. If I tick this, completed, that's gone to completed. Number of tasks completed. For untick it, back to pending. It's got 3 stages: pending, in progress, completed. So let's have a look at what Lovable's created. That's loading up. Let's have a quick look. Let's refresh. Looks like, okay, here we go. Let's add a new task. Oh, there's a little bit. There's a similar priority high. Say strategy. Today. Some info. And create task. Again, it's done. So as you can see, I can also filter as well. I do low. There's nothing there. But say high. It goes back and say all priorities. It shows. And then there's the different categories. So as you can see, there is straight away within, how much time did we have? That must have been about 4 or 5 minutes. We've across 3 platforms got the same app done 3 different ways. The Now, what happens is then next is I can then say, this works. I want a button that I can click for the task to send it to the AI to get feedback on how I should process the task. By the way, my spelling isn't the greatest, but there you go. So this is the beauty of it. I can now do a simple question like that, and then I'll add on, create a place to save the AI's response for the task. Let's see if we can get this done in the next minutes before my time is up. While it's doing that, I might take this time to take a few seconds to take a few questions. Check the chat. Does anybody have a question I can hopefully answer?
We do have some questions in the question tab, which you can see it has a question mark on it, but I can read it aloud. That's easier.
Oh, sorry. Yes, apologies, guys. I did not see this. Let's have a look at the first one. Is there a world where AI development will give outcomes really close to human design thinking? Yes and no. To be honest with you, the AI is only as smart as you instruct it to be. Now, I've created a site called judgejedi.com, which you can all check out. And this here has a set of instructions that allows it to say run. Just to use this case, and the set of instructions are created by humans. What to do, it's got branching, when not to do it, how to do it. So a human has created a set of instructions to instruct the AI, and the AI can then use those instructions and follow them to the T. So you would then set up the AI to be as smart as you want it to be. What this website does, it's a judging website. You can give it, say you and your friend have an argument, you can paste in the discussion, it'll work out the people in the discussion, you state who you are, and then you say, judge me. And then what this site does, it goes through the information you've given it, and based on the instructions, the human designed thinking you've given it, it will then go through the task of, how can I say it, coming to a judgment based on the instructions you've given it on how to come to that conclusion. So this, if you want to check it out, it's called judgejedi.com. It's just a fun site I created using vibe coding to do this. So hopefully that answers your question. Next, okay, we'll run over. I'll try and answer one more question, and then I think that'll be it. As AI assisted programs improve, do you think there will be less hiring opportunities for junior software developers? To be honest with you, junior software developers is going to go downhill. That's my personal opinion. Because as a company, what the task I will get a junior developer to do, I can now get the AI to do. The aim is, what I've been telling everyone, AI isn't going to take your job. Who's going to take your job is someone that knows your role as good as you do, but knows how to use AI within their role. So that when you're sitting down in an interview, you can then say, I'm able to use AI to 10 times my output and to get that output in 1/10 of the time. So when you start talking like that, they realize this guy's got the experience and he knows how to use AI to augment his role to get us a lot of work. Where I work right now, I've got processes that used to take 2 to 3, 4 hours down to 2 minutes using AI. And that saved people a ton of time, a ton of aggravation. It was very well received and it's been used now for the last year with no issues. So, yes, there you go. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Apologies if I haven't been able to answer everyone's questions. Well, there is one question. Yes, you can compile a large prompt, and it will do as you say. It will do as what you want it to do. A lot of my prompts can be like 50 or 100 lines long, with reaching out to multiple documents with descriptions and processes it needs to run in a specific order. It will do what you tell it to do in the order you tell it to do every time. So yes, that is possible. So yeah, thank you, everyone. So if
thank you, that was great. We do have a common thread. Do you want to just tell us again how they can reach out to you and how they can get your social?
Yes, if you want any help in getting on this journey, any help with custom GPTs, understanding setting yourself up for vibe coding, you can reach me at on LinkedIn. Search for Simeon Williams on LinkedIn. My handle in LinkedIn is Sim2K. Instagram handle Sim2K. On Facebook, again, my handle is Sim2K. Reach out to me, especially on LinkedIn. I will respond, and we can have a chat on what can be done. What's
Perfect.
possible.
Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone who's attended. If you would like to go over to Common for All Tracks, we currently have a session with Amazon. And thank you again, Simeon. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.